Hello and welcome to the Mystical Tarot Cafe. This is your love reading in pile 2. And if you have chosen the rose quartz, it was sliding out of my hand. The rose quartz with the love tarot, this is your reading. And we also have the Lover's Oracle. Actually, I have a funny story to tell you, but let me get this reading. And I will also be using the clarifier deck. I'll put this here. I am so sorry. I believe actually, let me clear out the energy from the last reading. Let's see, is it part of this? Yes. I started this reading and the camera stopped, so I cleared out the camera, and I'm glad I didn't just do the reading. So there's a reason for everything, right? So I just happened to see that. All right, so this is the Lover's Tarot, and let's clear the deck again. And let me show you something. I will be posting what I will be calling Tessa's Pics. Tessa is my cat. I found her this morning sitting in a chair that was right here. And she was just nonchalantly, as cats do, looking at me. I didn't think anything of it because she was just waiting for me to feed her. And then I came here to set up for this morning's readings, or I should say this afternoon. And I look in her cat bed. Not really just to look in the cat bed, I was moving the chair out of the way. And I happened to see a bunch of these cards in her bed. And good thing, right before I started this reading, I looked down again and I found one extra card. So you will find I am going to post 2 sets of readings from Tessa. And we'll call them Tessa's Picks if that ever happens again. So you'll see a spread of a bunch of cards that she picked, and they will be even child appropriate or cat appropriate. And this is the next one. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And here's the picture if you want to take a screenshot. 3, 2, and 1. Isn't that a beautiful picture? So I just had to tell you that. I thought it was the funniest thing. So with that said, we will start your reading. What does the collective need to know who is coming towards them in love at this time? I said it was general love or their connections. How about that? What does the collective need to know about their connections at this time, whether it be love or in general? In case you're wondering what the original reading was coming up, we did get some harsh energies. Let me see what comes up now, because if it's the same reading, I'll let you know. Sometimes your reading is your reading, isn't it? I'm saying that because this card came out in the same position in the same way. A little different. Okay. Okay, so the overall energy is temperance. I'll call it a download. What I just got right now is a very heavy energy of someone who is either an alcoholic or a recovering alcoholic. I just got like a very heavy energy. Temperance, sometimes you see these 2 cups. A lot of times it means seeking a balance. Okay? And or sometimes it could stand for your guide, because obviously it's an archangel, right? But this could also stand for, something just to be aware of. If you're meeting people online, maybe there's something that you don't know about this person. And here's the reason why I'm saying that, because I have this energy here. If you have somebody in your life right now who sort of comes and goes, and one day they're acting this way, one day they're acting that way, and they're a bit unpredictable, they seem kind of lighthearted, and it's kind of a red flag, but you're not sure, and you make excuses for them, and oh, yeah, no, they mean well, it's like one of those type of energies. Maybe that reflection card has more messages in it and more meaning to it. I would heed that warning, okay? I would take that as a warning. Take a step back. Don't forget right now, even if it's just your friend, and as a friend, if you know somebody has, maybe they like to party, they like to drink, and use that as, what they call a, what's the verbiage now? That's their narrative, right? That narrative. That's a big thing that they're saying now. That's their narrative. They like to party. They just want to, it's just something that they're doing now. It's no big deal. But guess what? It might be. If you're really their friend, you might want to have a talk. If they brush you off, pull your energy back a little bit. Because you don't want to be what's called an enabler, okay? It's okay, before when you were not realizing this and you're drinking with them and, but then you see the behavioral changes. Then they're becoming sloppy and showing up to work with the alcohol on their breath or on their clothes. And, you can tell it's easy. Let's say it's not alcohol. It could be substance abuse or any other kind of toxic. When you say toxic, it doesn't have to be drugs, alcohol. It could be even physical. It could even be that they're so engulfed in a relationship or even abusive relationship that they're just so into this person. I can tell you, it is very easy, even if it's something if they're pushing you away and they're becoming very distant and they don't want to talk or whatever, it's very hard to pull people out of this, okay? And if you're not experiencing these matters, you might want to talk to somebody in your family to just give them a little bit warning, I'm sorry, excuse me, maybe they're one of their parents, you might be doing them a favor, because if this person is in trouble, you might even be saving their life. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I see good things here. I see two good things, okay? But what I'm worried about, this over this. Whoever this is diving off a cliff because they're following this behavior, okay? I don't want to sound like I'm, talking from the Bible or whatever, because that's not what that is. What this energy is a downward spiral, okay? Anybody who walks off a cliff, you don't have to follow any religion, just common sense. Anybody who walks off a cliff or thinks they could walk under a rock upside down without a parachute or whatever, what's going to happen? You cannot defy gravity. What goes up must come down. If they want to get high, they must come down. Think about it. I am worried about this person for you, okay? And this is very similar to the energies that came out in the first reading, and I didn't understand what was going on, and now I do. It's a very heavy energy, And the reason why I'm saying this is because now this came out in reverse too. And that's why I said, let me just see where this is going. And the challenge is to make a judgment call. The judgment over the challenge means you have to make this judgment call. Why is it up to you? Because you're aware. You're aware. And this is another angel. You could take the responsibility to help this person. Even if it's somebody online, make them be aware. You could give them back the responsibility. If you don't want it, don't ghost them. That's not going to help anybody, okay? Just say, look, I think you have a problem, and please seek help. If that's the last thing you say to them, at least give them food for thought. Even if you don't know anybody else in their family, give them food for thought. Send them a number for Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever substance you know that they're on, or whatever it is that they're talking about. Even if they're talking about, if they're the type of person, if you leave me, I'm going to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Whatever it is that they're saying to you. If they're that type of person, I would not blame you for wanting to pull away, but do so responsibly, okay? Because I could tell you what I had recently gone through, like I never have that, like what they call FOMO or whatever, but you know, feeling left out, being isolated, feeling, you know, like nobody cares. That can lead people into doing things. And you can say, oh, they're weak-willed or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't know, because that's not in my personality. That's not my go-to, you know, but my thing is I like to talk to people, so that's what I did. I did talk therapy, like you do talk therapy. Some people do, you know, some people joke. They say shop therapy, or some people gamble. But they get in trouble with that too. You know, people talk about like cheating or whatever. They think that's the worst thing that people do to each other. How about the housewife that hides her purchases wherever and doesn't tell the husband, and next thing he turns around and his credit card bill is thousands and thousands of dollars of these things that because she's doing retail therapy online because she's bored and she doesn't know what to do with herself. There's lack of communication. That's what that is. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but if some form of therapy is needed, whether it be some type of rehab or whatever. I'm getting Amy Winehouse, God rest her soul. I saw Back to Black, and I'm not one for documentaries, but I would say I would recommend that also. And it's just sad, because it was just a little girl who just wanted people to like her. And I said, I think I've been channeling her energy for a long time, because what do I always say? It costs nothing to be kind, right? And this is right on top of the pile, and I said that at the start of the reading. Say something nice. Being kind is free. Something to that effect. I just can't think of it right now. And if you watch, I get nothing for promoting anything, but if you watch that, and I'm very resistant to documentaries, and I don't like sad things, movies especially. I like comedies and stuff like that, but if you watch it, you'll see why I'm talking about that. And if you look at my song, It almost got taken down, and thank you, YouTube, for not taking it down, because I think I was channeling her energy. I don't know why, and I thought it was so strange that all of a sudden that movie popped up, and and I used that particular filter. I admit I was using the filter. You could tell. I mean, I don't really look 100% like that. That is me, obviously, but I don't know what it was, and I was just like, it was just something. I was singing and crying, and there was just something, and that's my way of dealing with things sometimes, and and sometimes it's my children that help me through. So, I try to find my way to channel. That's called alchemy. You channel, and that's actually what the where is she? Temperance. That's what she's doing. That's called alchemy. When you change something into something positive, that's called alchemy. She's an alchemist. So let's move on. So the positive thing is the Wheel of Fortune. However, it means change is coming. The thing we have to understand is what's next. Because, the Wheel of Fortune, there could be a change for the better or for worse, and the change could be for better or for worse. So, we can't let the, it's like the reading, you have the upside down Fool, and, so we have to see what is happening here. So let me see. So what is happening here? And also, it's Mercury retrograde. So I don't know if this is somebody that you had left and they're trying to come back in your energy. Maybe you're going to get one of those like drunken dials, or, somebody's like, please help me, or talk to me, or something to that effect. Okay, so they call it a blockage reversed. Okay, if it's regarding yourself, oh no, blockage means like if it was this way, so okay. Reverse. You should be making, you could be making a bad choice or a hasty decision. You are totally blind to the truth. Try to see your faults as well as those of your partner. So it's saying to look at the red flags. Your enthusiasm for love can seem like the worst kind of naivete. Don't ever assume things will go your way. Oh, so that's just saying, like, don't go, like, completely into it. Like, even if you think you know the person, let's say if it is somebody that you formerly were dating, and even if it was, like, even a few months ago or a year ago, what have you, it wasn't that long ago, and then you entertained the fact of maybe talking to them again, don't think that you know them. There might be something that you don't know about them. So that's the message there. And it could be this situation, this problem. And, the Fool, I'm not sure. I know the Devil could be a Capricorn. Sorry, Capricorn. Okay, keywords: illusion, desire, materialism. And that's read upright. So that's potency of love's magic is to share, let's say, passionate expression, not to possess it. So in the upright is the simplest, most direct interpretation is attraction to someone for lust or money. And let's see. So that means it's a physical relationship or desire, or you desire something potent and powerful. Lust plays an important part in your need for power. Be careful of like work relationships. For some reason that came to me. Especially if like now it's the summer. Oh, let's go out after work for drinks. I don't know. I would say be very careful. Manager, boss, be very careful. Client. Co-workers is one thing, but higher ups, be very careful about that. Especially if you're going out with your co-workers and invite your boss with you. You have to, I would suggest to, if you have something very light, like a Pinot or a Rosé, and a lot of water. So, because you don't want to act silly. Because, kid you not, or I should say, don't even kid yourself. You are everything you do is being watched. Because then they'll say, can you believe she did that? And did you see what she did? Oh my goodness, she didn't even offer a tip or nothing. She didn't even buy you a drink. She didn't even toast the boss. What is that about? So you don't want to be the topic around the water cooler, trust me. As a future card, this desire, I'm going to replace the S word. Involvement seems likely to enjoy this relationship for what it is. As your past card, which it is, there may have been a few principles at stake in a relationship. Perhaps you have been led astray by passion, money, or power. In the final, it's talking about the positions of the card. So it was in the past, so we'll leave the rest alone. Okay, so it's just saying, just to be aware of where that is. Now the moon. So it's in the current position. It's in the reverse position. This is about taking advantage of someone else. You might be pretending that you care when you don't. Yeah, don't pretend. Especially if somebody is in a state that I was saying, like if they're calling you and you know that they're in not the right mental state or something like that, don't just say, oh, get some help and hang up on them, Oh my goodness, I did the old the old telephone. Okay. Oh my goodness, I gave myself away. Now I come from old school. Okay. The moon can also imply a weakness in your relationship in that it has a shallower bottom than you think. So either that person doesn't care as much or you don't care as much. They could also be a water sign. Usually the moon is relational to Cancer. It could also be a Pisces. It's less likely to be a Scorpio, but those are the 3 water signs, just in case. And this is your current situation. Judgment is the next. And this is your blockage. This is when you may have to face up to the truth in a relationship. If you are without a partner, you may be feeling guilty or responsible for the way things have progressed or deteriorated in the past. Accounting for the past could be getting in the way of a current or future relationship. So that's why I was saying to tread lightly and to definitely hold yourself accountable for how you handle this situation and this person. Because don't blow them off. Don't ghost them. Definitely handle it. Communicate properly. And if you need to, talk to somebody. And if you have a counselor, you could say, hey, I have this situation and I really don't know what to say. If you don't know, you don't know. You could even tell that person, I really don't know what to say to you, but I really don't like you in this condition. That's okay too. Even if it's your best friend in the world, you have the right to say, this makes me uncomfortable. This, especially if they're, let's say if you have like a male friend and you're a female, and this person, like when they're in such a state, they start thinking they can kind of overstep their boundaries. No, thank you. I'm not, we don't have that kind of friendship. No. I had a friend one time who lived in California, and they came to visit, and they thought all of a sudden they did something like that, and they thought they could ring my bell at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't let them in my house. They had a place to be. I asked, of course I asked them. I said, do you have a place to be? What are you doing here? I had a landlady at the time. I had neighbors. And it wasn't even about being embarrassed. It was about remaining in my integrity and also about being safe. I don't know what was happening with him. That was completely out of line. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and staying safe, but also making sure your friend is safe. And then, of course, call me when you get back to your room. And then just making sure, stay on the phone with me until you get there. I'll call a car for you. You could do that. There's plenty of apps, especially if you live in a city. Or you can offer to give them a ride if you drive. If they get all handsy with you, maybe if you have another friend, say, hey, I got this situation. Can you give me a hand with this person? Or, like I said before, call their relatives. I mean, I'm sorry if it feels like you're telling on somebody, but it's better than putting yourself in danger. So, anyway, I'm sorry if you're going through this with somebody. I know it's painful, it's scary, but if you're going to help them and, again, possibly save their life, then that's what you're going to do. Okay, so now we have the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what this. I'm not very familiar with this deck. I never really used it. I had these cards for a long time, but I never really used it. Okay, so upright, whatever is happening, you should now be able to move forward into a new cycle. So these are 3 to 6 months, and past, present, and future. So in your near future, within 3 to 6 months, this is the next cycle that's happening. Especially that's good. It's once the Mercury retrograde starts phasing out, this will be your next phase, which is good. And it can signify a new romance, escaping from a difficult relationship, or simply improving a worn out one. Maybe you'll solve any problems in your love life, or something external might happen unexpectedly to direct you. Chance and choice often merge to cause the effect. The wheel is always turning, and it's up to you to take advantage of new romance or lover who may even arrive in an unrecognizable guise. Unusual opportunities or events may be about to change the whole course of your love life, so be prepared to jump on the wheel and get on with it. It kind of reminded me of a Ferris wheel. If you saw that movie If, I don't know, for some reason at the very end it was very nostalgic, and for me anyway, and they showed a particular Ferris wheel, so that's why I just had that image in my mind. And your last card here is Death, so let's see if that answers anything. So I like the way this is ending. So there's a big change coming. Change is going to come. In the upright, this card is easy to remember for any placement. And the interpretation is change that is reflected by its powerful and startling though. When in the you now position, no it's not, hold on. Pass. Just trying to skip to it. Future. It relates to imminent change, which is unavoidable but not necessarily destructive. And if it's asked about passion, then the questioner might find a new way of expressing their passionate side, let's say. So, let's find a symbolic or traditional. This depicts regeneration, and as a positive force, it represents the end of an old phase or cycle and the beginning of new ones. We kind of know that. It has no evil nor doom-laden connotations. I like that they say that because a lot of people are scared by it. I was less nervous about this and more nervous about this combination. But the good news is that is moving out of your life, and this is what's coming in. You need, from this, you need this change, okay? That's definitely what I want to say. So you're letting go of the old values to welcome in the new. I really like that message, and I hope that resonates, especially if you're in that energy. And let's go to your Lover's Oracle. So what does the collective... I like to do this with the print up because these cards have a lot of imagery, and these are the hardest cards to shuffle. What does the collective need to know about their connections? What did I just say? Oh my goodness. What does the collective need to know about their connections at this time? Here we go. All right, that's not so bad. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Here we go. One more. There it is. One for each pile. Oh, actually you got 4. This one is a nice one. They're all nice. This is a beautiful deck, but it's just, unfortunately, a lot of... Actually, this one isn't too bad, but I don't want to go against the rules. Okay, surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. It's actually the whole reading, so if you want to take a screenshot, it's actually everything that I said. 3, 2, and 1. Surrender the old. Let go. And all will work out. But definitely do it the right way. Do it the right way. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So if you're feeling trapped, down, upset, rather than turn to unhealthy things, maybe look for healthier ways to express yourself. If you're the one that turns to, if this is your energy, I'm sorry. Definitely get help and talk to somebody. And if need be, get professional help. Because I can honestly say I've dealt with people that made me feel terrible. And I really felt like I was dealing, like one person I thought it was my good friend for a long time. I felt like I was dealing with 3 people. I had no idea whenever I talked with them, like if they didn't feel like talking to me, I really wish that they just said that instead of being nasty. Because my feeling, I was crushed, and I'm an adult woman. I never ever was treated like that, and it hurt real bad. And I gave that friendship my all until I couldn't give anymore. And if somebody can make me feel like that, and I work with the disabled, I've helped other people, I know, like I said, I understand and know how to deal with that. But if it's somebody that you don't know that they have a problem, and that's coming at you from left field, I'm sorry, you have the right to get away from that, but definitely let them know, you need to get some help for that, because you're going to hurt somebody really bad. They will. It's scary. They can. Okay, this says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we're always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. If you want to take a screenshot, that's 3, 2, and 1. And if somebody has passed, because this is an angel, my condolences. And you will move on from, it takes time. Oh my goodness. I didn't even see this, and I said that, and this is what's in my hand. And that's just, I didn't even look at that. It says time. But it says you are trying too hard, give it time. So maybe, you're in a very, maybe a lot of things are happening at once, and you're just trying to rush things, and that's the message. Just give it time. What is it, in divine timing, that's what that means. Like if you feel like you want your relationship now, or if you're trying to, have a baby or whatever, you want to do it now, it's, unfortunately, things happen in their own time. We don't really have control about that. Okay, so that was that part of the reading. What I could do to help this along is use these cards, and if you find this triggering, I'm not sure, I think these are less I used to have another deck that was a little more triggering. I think these are less triggering. Okay, tell the collective what they need to know from their person or someone new coming in, what messages that they need to hear today. What does the collective need to know from their person? What does their person want to tell them? What does their person want them to know? Whoa. Okay. Okay. Tell the universe exactly what you want. So that's from Spirit. Oh, again, give it time. Everything in divine timing, let things flow. Isn't that what I just said? Divine timing. Oh my goodness, pregnancy. Someone is expecting. Congratulations, whoever that is. Why did I even intuit that? Oh my goodness. Pets, I was talking about my cat doing a reading. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. Don't forget to look at Tessa's reading, Tessa's picks. And this can also be your pet that's pregnant too. So I'm not trying to be funny. I just don't want you looking at your people and then it's your pet. Okay? So, I mean, I'm not making fun. I'm just saying, I'm trying to cover all bases here, okay? That could be it. Oh my goodness, they're stuck together. Oh, air sign. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius may be involved, but that could be you. One more. Caution. Find out more information and don't overwork yourself. Okay? So, yes, in that past energy, I would say that's more likely referring to. And, of course, don't have the rose-colored glasses on dealing with new people, especially online, even in person. I can honestly tell you, I have a friend who always talks about dealing with people organically or whatever. There's no guarantee there's no app on their phone. And I can honestly say that my worst connections were always in person. So there's no guarantee in person, online, whatever. People are people, and you never know what's going to happen. So let's try to get some tiles. Okay, sorry. Put on your headphone. What am I saying? Put on your headphone. Mute your headphones in case you need to, if this is too loud. All right. So these are chips. So I don't know how loud that would be. All right. Let's mix these up. And the red chips are vowels, and the blue are consonants. Let's see what we got here. Cookie Monster thinks they're cookies. I couldn't think which character he was in the intro. That was weird. It was like, what's the blue one? What's the blue one? Okay, this is you. I-U-N. I got Neo. Oh my goodness, what's that movie? Neo. The one, right? Neo. Wow. I just saw a picture of somebody that looked like that too. Okay, R, K, T, B, E, A, I, two I's. That, I think somebody's looking at your social media. Two eyes. Somebody's peeking in. W. Two N's. Winning. I got winning. Two W's. I guess somebody watches like WWE, especially if you knew somebody from childhood maybe, and that's why they felt comfortable like coming to you. For some reason I associated that because anybody I ever watched wrestling with was like when I was a kid. Okay, here are the letters that we have. I, U, E, A. And the consonants are N, I, W. Sorry, not I. My apologies. I is here. N, L, W, R, K, T, B, D, J. DJ. Oh, that makes sense. I just said having drinks at a party with the boss or something like that. So be careful, especially if like maybe a coworker or a boss or somebody like tries to like show up at your door or anything, or like go home, or they're in the car with you, anything like that. You might want to have an escort, like make sure you're not alone with the person, okay? So just always travel in twos or whatever. Don't be alone. Like I said, always be safe. Don't just assume just because you think you know the person. Remember, get more information. Don't don't think you have all the information. So make sure that you're okay. Your safety is first. And you don't know what this person does. Like maybe once in a while you thought you smelled something, but you gave the person the benefit of the doubt. And you don't want to find out at this party in the car by yourself, you know, that this person has a problem and can't handle themselves at the wrong time. You don't want to put yourself in a bad position, okay? So be careful. And it doesn't matter, man, woman, if you're, remember, I'm Auntie Lola, I'm just looking out for your best interests and, just try to handle yourself safely. Because I remember it's very awkward too. I mean, if these are your like coworkers or something, it could be there's somebody's expecting, maybe like a baby shower or something. That's like so not appropriate. You offer somebody a ride, maybe they're kind of out of it, and then they're all over you, something like that, Just be careful. Ask someone else, can you come with me, please? I don't feel comfortable, but I want to help him, or her. Bring a bucket, just saying, or a box, bag. All right. Yeah, see, look, WRK, work, right there, WRK. New, so you could be like a new employee or like a market. Or maybe like a stock market kind of thing, or BJ's. Or maybe you go into like a store, like BJ's, like something like that, to get like supplies or whatever, and they're like, oh, let's go grab a drink, it's no big deal. And then you have to head back to work, and you're like, that's not appropriate, Stand your ground. Especially, if you're the new employee, you don't want to be caught out there and get yourself fired. Because remember that death card could also mean, if that was a work situation, that means all bets are gone. Things change for good. There's no coming back from that. Okay? Let's see if we could get some names out of here. Will. Like W-I-L, or, like William kind of Will. Got like Ren, something like that. Rick. Ben. Something about a window. Maybe open the windows in case they, that green emoji. If they're feeling nauseous, that might be a thing. Especially bed. Be careful. They might grab you. Ted. Kate. Even though there's no M, I got somebody's mad. Like the red just popped out. And the D. Rad, R-A-D. Jake, J-A-K-E. Definitely don't let them get into a regular car on their own. Take the keys. That will not end well. Okay. I hope I'll tell you the letters one more time because I can't pick up the board and I can't put the thing over, unfortunately. So it's N L W R K T B D J. And the vowels are I, U, E, A. New Jersey could be one state. Yeah, New, and then there's J. So shout out to New Jersey. So all of you, just be careful out there, be safe. And thank you. I know this was a longer oh, I'll get that after. I know this is a longer reading than usual, but I owed it to you, and thank you so much. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Keep this channel going. I'm hoping to get more people looking in, and thank you so much. And please keep us going so that I can continue to come in. I promise, hopefully we can get some better equipment and I can, start putting the videos together. I got some feedback. They said they like it this way, so you could even, give me a thumbs up to let me know that you like the videos, separated, and you don't have to kind of fast forward or anything like that. So you could just go directly to your pile, and then, you could put a little heart emoji or whatever it is that you like to do. So thank you so much, and let me see real quick. What does the collective need to know about the outcome of this relationship? Again, say something nice, and it's worth a shot. The last one is make yourself proud. Thank you so much and take care. See you next time.